You sound bad.
It's pretty bad, but when it come down to it, this podcast is brought to you by American Engineering.
Engine Joe.
Engine Joe. Was that, what was that? That was Tom and Huck?
Yes, Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, old Engine Joe. Of course, he's the baddie, right?
Old Engine Joe.
It's Engine Joe, and he's like, hey.
Whoa.
Can we just fucking back up a minute?
Hold on one
First
second.
of all, my name's Joseph. My ethnicity is of no concern to you.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Also, I wasn't even here. You rolling?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, my Mark Twain references are ancient, and I'm trying to call back everything from school.
I read them all last year because I was reading that James book, the new one, which is excellent, by the way. So it's all top of mind for me. And then I impulsively bought like a big doorstopper biography of Twain that Ron Chernow had just written. It's brand new, and I'm going to get to it at some point, but much like my seaside trip with all the books I bought and my New Orleans trip when I bought books, I did it responsibly. The library was having a book sale, and so like everything's like $1, and so I bought like 10 more books or something.
Sure.
One of which was actually that Slender Man book.
Oh yeah, okay.
The one about the girls that got turned into that documentary.
Yep.
Which I didn't even remember until I saw it. I was like, oh, that's right. This was a book first.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually excited to read it because like I know the story.
Sure.
The documentary is creepy as fuck, but I've never like read the story as a book.
Yeah.
And this is one of those few times I talk about where it's like I'm excited to dive into what I perceive is going to be deeper into the topic because I read the news article, saw the doc, and now I can just read the story again with a lot more detail.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that because, obviously normally it's like, don't spoil yourself. But when it's stuff like this, it's like, that's cool. I feel like if you were to do like, what's another example? Going Clear was another documentary that was a book first.
Yeah.
I guess if you're going to adapt like a novel into a narrative film, adapting like a book, I think they did that with the Innocence Project too. Like John Grisham wrote some book about that, and then that got turned into like a really good like 4-part docuseries on Netflix. I remember that. That was like a really good docuseries. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's some recommendations for you.
Sure.
Okay. All right. You know what? Hey, it's Mercy is this week's film.
There you go.
Speaking of the justice system.
Speaking of the justice system.
Mercy is the film this week. So I think we'd probably recommend any of those documentaries over Mercy.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can listen and find out why.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, please enjoy Mercy.
And enjoy my not dilapidated voice.
Enjoy Dustin's healthy voice. All right, Dustin, I want to hear about Mercy. Not just Mercy. Just
Mercy.
Just Mercy.
Not just Mercy. Just Mercy.
Yes.
Wasn't there another movie with Michael B. Jordan called Mercy? Or was that Just Mercy? What is Just Mercy?
Just Mercy was Brie Larson and was it Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, okay. So it was Just Mercy. Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I did see that. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm here to review.
Okay.
I'm here to review Mercy. Just Mercy.
Just Mercy.
I got this.
We're 1196 on that possible hit and run SUV.
Officer down! Stay with me, Ray!
LAPD, stay where you are!
We got a runner! Go!
My name is Detective Christopher Raven. We live in a world where murderers walk free, in a justice system bogged down by red tape and human error. That all ends with Mercy, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence with access to every camera, cell phone, and database. If you commit a capital crime, you have 90 minutes to prove your innocence to an AI judge. or you will be executed.
Detective Raven, I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court.
Hold on, just wait a second.
You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
I loved my wife. I didn't hurt her.
If you are innocent, prove it.
I need us to walk the scene. No, I have something here. We gotta go old school. That's a bomb. Get me out of here!
You're running out of time.
Wow, thank you for that. Bring that back. Pause. Play it again. Can you find out who that is?
Do you want to uncover the truth? Even if the truth is dark.
Do you honestly think that I killed my wife?
I think there's more that you're not revealing.
So Mercy was released, I believe, in like January of this year of 2026.
It's an Amazon movie, right?
It's an Amazon-produced film. It was released in theaters.
Okay.
I genuinely thought I might see this in theaters.
Okay.
And the reason is because obviously I have that unlimited pass. I'm not going to go see it if I have to pay for it, but if I've already paid for it, then why not?
Right.
And I thought I was going to go see this. I didn't, because there was a massive like winter storm shut down everything. And like we weren't able to get out that weekend and go see it. And I think it was like a pretty big, like East Coast kind of a thing. So the box office for this film was super hindered by the fact that this storm came through on its opening weekend. But I also like had this flagged as like, oh, when this is available on streaming, check it out. So this is on Amazon Prime, and it stars Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. That's why I was going to see it. And it is written by Marco Van Bell and directed by Timur Bekmambetov. Yeah.
He did 9, and he did a few other, he's done other stuff we've seen.
Has he really? Okay. The name didn't sound familiar to me. He's done 9?
He's been around. 9 was that movie about those dolls that get reanimated during the apocalypse.
Yeah. We saw that in college.
Yeah, I just don't remember what else he's done, but his name is on a bunch of stuff I have seen.
Interesting.
He might have been involved in, I don't know.
Oh, he directed Wanted.
Yeah, that's one. Yep.
Okay, and Ben-Hur. The new Ben-Hur. Okay, so yeah, the
more to him than meets the eye.
So the general idea here is Chris Pratt plays a detective, and he is accused of murdering his wife. So he wakes up. This is the hook here. So he wakes up in this AI courtroom. And he has an AI judge played by Rebecca Ferguson who says, using all the data, that I have, you must prove your innocence in the next 90 minutes, or beyond this threshold, this percentage threshold, or you will die in 90 minutes. And so he has all the tools available to him. Like, this is how in the future they're going to handle this, I guess, whatever. And so the AI judge is like, go. And basically he's waking up and he's like, I don't know where I am. I don't remember killing my wife. I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. He's not really quite sure, but he's going to try to get to the bottom of it. And then he uses all of this like technology to like scour surveillance cameras and tap into phone records. Like, everybody's phone is attached to this, AI network. So basically he has access to everybody's text messages at the drop of a hat.
These people live in a police state, basically.
Yeah, more or less. And
or surveillance state, rather.
Yeah. It's just a massive, like neural network of everything is connected. And so he has access to everything. There's a lot to unpack here, but the general idea is an okay one. the execution of that idea I didn't care for. And so this plays out a little bit like a found footage or like a, do you remember that movie Searching that starred John Cho from a few years ago?
Yeah.
It plays out like that, or even War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube from, was that 2025?
Yeah, pretty recently. Or it's like, that's what I saw in the trailer. It was like a lot of this is a screen.
Yeah. It's like, it feels like a COVID movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's man on green screen talks to woman on green screen, and then they do other things.
Most of the movie is done in post.
Yeah, exactly. It's just assembled together.
Yeah.
It's a decent idea. The idea of like clearing yourself before an AI judge. AI is a hot button thing right now. So it makes sense that we're saying, well, what if the AI was in charge of whether you live or die? That's an okay idea. You know, how do you outsmart a system that thinks it's the smartest thing there is? Mm-hmm. How do you use human ingenuity to overcome? And what's special about humanity that AI doesn't have? These are all good ideas. Unfortunately, none of them are really present in this. And so what you get is Chris Pratt pulling up video footage that only exists to give the audience things. We're introduced to like the various characters through surveillance footage and body cam footage and that sort of thing. And I'm like, but he wouldn't have any need to watch this. Like we do, but he doesn't. And you've got 90 minutes, so maybe don't.
Yeah.
And also like the suspension of disbelief is really high because like everybody answers the phone on the first call, like the first ring.
Yeah.
It'll be like, call Jack. And so it's like ring, Jack answers hello, and it's super fast. And I'm like, yeah, in real life, Jack is like busy and has to call you back in 4 hours.
Yes.
You're dead.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, right.
There's no game.
There's no reason for all of this to happen as quickly and easily as it happens.
Yeah. Normally it's like he would text back, hey, I'm at lunch with my wife. Can I call you on Saturday?
Yeah, can I call you back later? And you're like, yeah, as soon as you can. And then he just forgets and calls you like 5 weeks later, and then and you're dead.
Where were you at work today, buddy?
Why weren't you at work the past 5 weeks? Oh, there's the obituary. Got it. Yep. He's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Oh my God, he killed his wife. Oof.
Oh Lord, how did I not hear about this? I'm on my phone all the time.
A little bit of Minority Report in this movie, really.
Yeah, it feels very Minority Reporty, but not as smart, not as like well done, because again, it has that feeling of like everything shot in isolation, and that's such a like. Man, it's such a like a buzzkill for a movie when you can just tell that everything was shot in isolation. Like, did Chris Pratt ever shoot with Rebecca Ferguson?
Yeah.
I'd wager they didn't meet till the press junket.
I was gonna say, is that why they're together all the time on the press junket?
Yeah,
to make up for the lack of it in the film.
I'm pretty sure. Like,
it has to be.
They're both on screens. There's no reason for them to ever be in a scene together.
Yeah.
So like they're in every scene together, but I guarantee you they're both reacting to the director reading those lines or some off-camera talent reading those lines.
Yeah, somebody's nephew.
Yeah, Chris Pratt was not on set talking to Rebecca Ferguson for her coverage, and she wasn't on set talking for his. It was all isolation. And that's such a weird thing. And like all the relationships, so like his partner Jack or his wife or his daughter, like other coworkers or friends, all of these people, we don't get any chemistry read between them because all of their scenes are shot in isolation, talking to each other on the phone. Everything feels like if Jack had been played by like a big celebrity, then it would very much feel like we just paid $200 to like the Cameo website and got Henry Winkler. Like, do you remember that was it's still one of the, like the only things I remember about that Black Adam movie is that's what they did for Henry Winkler was they were like, oh, Henry Winkler was the first Atom Smasher. And they just like get him on the phone and he's like literally selfieing his part in this film. And I'm like, yeah, they bought him on Cameo for $550. and said, read this one page of dialogue.
He's in Black Adam? I forgot this.
But he selfies it. He's literally the whole time just like, hey, everybody. Yeah. You should not use that power there, whatever. And it's like one scene.
I don't remember any of this.
Yep, it's there. And they're like, look, we got Henry Winkler.
When
and I'm
can
like,
you miss it?
Yeah, I'm like, Henry Blinkler. I'm like, no, you didn't get him. He's not on set. You never met him. The director never met this guy.
You teleconferenced him into your film.
That's exactly what you did.
There's no wardrobe. He's just go to a different room.
He's
Henry.
at his home. He's literally like in his backyard.
He may not even have been directed live. He may have just selfied a video on his phone and then Dropboxed it to the director.
They sent him and said, would you mind self-taping for this as an audition? And he's like, I haven't auditioned in a while. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
And he did. And then they just used it.
Yeah. Like, thanks a lot, Henry.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, hey, you got the role.
Did I get the
got
part?
what we need. Thanks.
They never told him. He's just in the booth. He's getting a check. And like, for what did I do?
I don't know. From Black Adam.
What is this? What is this check in the mail I see? This is Black Adam. What is this? Gary, get my lawyer on the phone. Black Adam sounds like a porno movie. Trying to sue somebody, trying to buy me off. Fuck them. Fuck them. I'll sue them to fucking hell. Barry. Sorry.
Barry. Yeah, man. But dude, it's such a nothingness of a film. This is one of those movies. That's
more insulting than you think it was when you said it. It's just nothing.
It is. The movie is nothing.
When I saw the trailer, I was just like, as soon as I was like, oh, is she just on a screen? I was immediately like, oh, like, no chemistry.
Yeah. Which, and I know that people like have seemed to either really love or turned on Chris Pratt by now. I still like Chris Pratt when he tries. He is not trying here. And so like my Letterboxd review of this is like, he's better than this, she's better than this. There's no reason for this to have turned out the way that it did. It's not direction. It's the fact that they're alone. They have nothing to play off of. As an actor, I'm not an actor, but I cannot imagine trying to do that in complete solitude and getting anything usable. Yeah. That's unreal. And so the two of them are just like completely detached. Exactly the word you just said. Chemistry is non-existent because there's nothing, there's no acting, reacting. It's just monologuing,
line reading.
Yeah, that's it. You're just line reading. It's a table read of a movie, and that's all it is. And Chris Pratt's doing his thing. I didn't kill my wife. And I'm like, yeah, you can do that in your sleep, dude. Yeah. What you're missing is chemistry with other actors. You're missing He's literally like shackled to the chair. He can't even get up and do business. Like there's nothing naturalistic about this performance.
Yeah.
You can't Chris Pratt is really good at like finding business, right? Like finding something in the world to interact with. It's that comedy background. It's whatever. Yeah. But like he has nothing. His hands are tied, literally. He's got nothing to work with here. And so I know he's better than this, and I know she's better than this. And you could say, well, she's AI, she's playing robotic. No, I think she like that like maybe she's playing more stilted than she would, but she's playing in isolation, and that you just can't get a performance that way. So it's just a big like nothing of a movie, and the film and like the actors are trying, but they can't succeed. It's literally the opposite of setting yourself up for success. They're set up for failure in this. Imagine the difference if Chris Pratt was in the room, and they like once he's in the room, they seal the doors and they unshackle him. Now he can stand up and walk around. And the AI person, the AI, judge is not physical, but she's able to like walk into the frame with him and interact with him in some way. Think like Ana de Armas in Blade Runner 2049, right?
Yeah.
Like she's there, but she's not there, but she's able to have chemistry with Ryan Gosling because they're able to share the frame
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the same thing here. The two people in one frame, she's walking around him. You can block it in different ways.
Yeah.
It feels like a stage play. You can keep it wide. You can, have them interacting with each other. You can have, as the environments pop up, right? You don't have to just watch it on a screen. You could have them step into the environments, comped into every scene. And now you're shooting on location and they can't interact with anything. You can do the thing where they try to grab a cup and their hand phases through it, but they're still on set with a cup. Right. And you use a digital effect to make that happen. The actors can see what they're dealing with. They can act with each other. They can interact with each other. That gives them room to move and play. And the camera can then find cool shots. As it is, the camera is locked.
I kept thinking that they were going to do that. Like when the more they're like, oh, we're gonna step through the crime scene. Like, okay, maybe like she enters his head and then they can like be somewhere where he's chained to a chair, but like his consciousness isn't.
Yeah, sure.
Some
That'd be
VR,
fine.
Like some kind of like VR setup where like
I'm okay with that. Yeah, he's got the thing on.
Some gimmick. But but if you were to sell it to the filmmakers, they'd be like, but he's in a chair.
Yeah,
like, right. Get him out of the chair.
What I'm saying is he doesn't have to be.
He does not need to be.
Yeah. So that's the biggest like detriment of the film is its own hook. Like the premise is fine, the hook is flawed.
It's like choosing to step in a bear trap in the middle of a room. Like just don't step in that one bear trap with this idea, and it's like I'm gonna go step in it.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do it. It's
unnecessary.
It changed your actors to like stilted performances.
Yeah.
It changed your cinematographer to like the types of shots that they can feasibly get realistically. Mm-hmm. Although they do stretch that a little bit. There's like some stuff where Jack is like, he's like, Jack, I need you to go find this person. And then, there's like a chase and he's like watching the chase. Mm-hmm. And so they filmed a chase, but we're watching it we're watching him watch it. You know
Passively,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not even in it. And then Jack like catches the guy, and then Chris Pratt's like, put him on with me, and she just like holds the phone up to him, and so again you get this really tight vertical image where he's like, who is that? And he's like, my name's Chris Pratt, and someone killed my wife, and I'm trying to figure out who it was. Was it you? And I'm like, this is so uninspired.
And
because
the guy said, well, what? You have bad connect? What?
Yeah, I can't hear you. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're on mute.
Yeah, exactly. You're on mute.
Just pick up your hand and unmute yourself.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm tied to a chair because they think I killed my wife. I can't unmute. What? Lift your hand.
They do that thing where they're like talking over each other. No, you go first. You go. You go first. None of that. Even like the character names in this are so like, it's like film schooly. And so let me tell you what Chris Pratt's name is. Chris Raven.
I saw it in the trailer.
My name is Chris Raven. I'm like, are you kidding me? No one's name is Chris Raven. That's not a name that can be had.
That was how I wasn't sure what you were going to say about the film, but as soon as you said I'm Detective Chris Raven, I was like, oh, I hate this. I hate this movie.
Yeah, I'm like, isn't it funny how a name can do that? But like, my name is Chris Raven. They think I killed my wife.
Yeah.
Britt Raven or whatever her name, Nicole Raven. I don't know which Raven she is, but I'm like, this is all dumb. And even like Rebecca Ferguson, my name is Judge Maddox. I'm like, no, it's not. That's whatever. That's less egregious, but still like, I don't know, just somehow really trite.
You're the judge.
Yeah, I'm the
You're
judge.
a program.
Yeah, you don't need a name.
Judge Maddox?
Yeah.
We're going to ascribe, what are you, Irish?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Irish and also...
Swedish?
Yeah.
And also a machine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm an OS.
That's right.
I was given this avatar to elicit sincerity from our plaintiffs or our defendants.
Correct. It makes no sense. So Jack is not Jack. No. Jack is short for Jacqueline, so it's JAQ.
JQ, yeah.
And I'm like, this whole thing is just so like, whatever. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy or effort.
I have a pet peeve with badly named characters because I'm so like terrified of, like, whenever we wrote something for school, I was like, I can't write a fucking dumb name.
Yeah.
It has to be neutral or really, really cool.
Yeah.
But like, it sometimes is just as easy as like the whole thing with like, when Chris McQuarrie was talking about when he wrote The Usual Suspects, and, you know, he like the whole corkboard thing, like literally is how he pieced the movie together because he worked at like a copy shop or something. Yeah. And so like all that shit that's on the thing is just like, that's how it became the whole thing with and it's just like, yeah, just pick up a newspaper, just circle names.
Yeah.
Do something like there'll be something you didn't think of, like Riefenstahl or like Keck.
Yes.
I just thought of that.
Yeah, sure.
Something.
And that's fine. Yeah. But instead everyone goes Chris Raven. Hey, we have Chris Pratt. What should his name be? I don't know. Chris.
Speaking of a porno name, Chris Raven.
Chris Raven.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I guess everyone's trying to find Indiana Jones. You know, everyone's trying to find something that's super iconic and like Han Solo, and you know, everyone's just trying to find whatever. And I'm like, you're not gonna do it. Like, you can't aim for it and get it. You just have to get it. You know what I mean? Just tell a good story. Like, half the names for like iconic characters aren't even that iconic.
No,
it's just because the character is.
Yeah. So
like Bruce Wayne. These are two names that don't mean anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like, nowadays, if you were creating a character called Batman and you really wanted him to be cool and mysterious, his name would be like Charles, like Diablo. My name is Chuck Diablo, and like that would be his name. And as somebody somewhere would be like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Chuck Chupacabra. And like, but like that would be, but even think about like Stan Lee. Like Stan Lee had a very obvious naming convention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, like Reed Richards. It's very obvious what he was doing, but it worked in that the characters became memorable, but the name itself wasn't the iconic part. That came later. But you're not going to get anywhere with Chris Raven.
No,
and an actor can't deliver that line, in a non-cheesy way,
right? Yeah, this is supposed to be a serious movie, and they're giving him a really unserious name. And like, speaking of things like Jones would have been fine. It would have been like stale, but I wouldn't have given it a second thought.
Yeah, or like Chris Barnes, or like my name's Christopher Barnes.
Yeah,
whatever. Okay, fine, sure, I'll buy it. That's neutral. I'm not bumped by that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like look at sitcoms. Sitcoms have like these wild, outlandish characters, but most of the time, their names are Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Right. And then you get your crazy ones, your Cosmo Kramers and your Dwight Schrutes, but otherwise it's Pam Beasley.
I mean, honestly, use one of those dumbass name generators.
Yeah.
Do something.
What a lot of people do too, like writers, is they'll like get stuck on, well, what does the name mean? Like names have meanings, and like, this is a villain character, so I need to find a villainous name. Mm-hmm. What's a name that means like destroyer or
Dominic
whatever.
Badgie.
Yeah, right. Like, or this is a really nice character. This is a really like kingly, like there's so royal, and so like what do we do? Oh well, his name's King, of course. And you're like, oh come on, you know, whatever. Like don't do that to me, or you do it in a different language to give it. Like I just did with Diablo, like, okay, my name's Charles Diablo, whatever. This is stupid, but like people do that all the time. Stop doing that.
Yeah,
just name your character a name.
It doesn't have to be that complex.
Don't overthink it.
It's a little different if like you are writing a novel series and then it's like this character's name is going to be on the cover of every one of these books.
Then give it more thought.
But those are even like Robert Langdon.
Yeah.
It's just a name. It doesn't really imply anything.
No, not at all.
Just what it is a name that doesn't not sound like a history professor.
Yeah.
A professor of symbology.
Sure.
Jack Reacher.
Yep.
It's a really basic ass name.
Yep.
And it doesn't not sound like a former military policeman.
Yes.
That's it.
I wonder if everyone's like reaching for like the Tolkien playbook and going like, all the names have to mean something.
Or the Harry Potter playbook, honestly. Like, a shitload of thought goes into those names. Like Severus Snape. How the fuck did you think of that? Like, did you just do Snake and then just start moving letters around?
Yeah.
That must have taken a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
But they all really work. And so it pays off there. But like, that's a wizarding world. These are people who can do magic. Their names have to be fancy.
Yeah,
it's just a cop.
Yeah, exactly. He's just a cop in a world. Like, why even do that? That doesn't make any sense to me.
At the end, when they kill him before they turn on the chair, does he go nevermore?
Yeah, and then Judge Maddox goes, that's so Raven.
And she says it was a TV show from the.
It was 2000s. A TV show from the early 2000s, starring Raven Simone.
What year is it? Is this supposed to be present day in this movie?
No, it's
unspecified future.
Unspecified future.
Chris Pratt has done better stuff for Amazon, like the Terminal List. Yeah, pretty solid. You know,
this feels very Terminal List coded. Yeah. And that seems to just sort of be the niche he's in. Like he and I suppose that his representation has pigeonholed him in, like, you're the action guy, like, so you're gonna do, and I guarantee you they sit him down in a room and they're like, you have a lot of credibility with like people who like guns, like people who military people like you need to lean into. I think there's a bit of audience capture with Chris Pratt. Yep.
You know, Jurassic World and like Guardians is like another thing, but it's like everything we're trying to expand you into, like, you know, his whole brand is like, you know, proud American guy, family man. And so it's like that's what the Pratt team has Chris Pratt doing, is just, all right, like, you know, stay in relatively good shape, probably handle a gun at some point, you know, and do some stuff that looks accurate so that we can maintain your credibility with the core visible audience you seem to have. Yep. And so, like, you know, Terminal List and the Tomorrow War. I like the Tomorrow War. I've watched it more than once. I was like, I like that movie. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's solid, but kind of like you know, other streaming stuff. It's like delivered on its premise, and you know, other than some gaping plot holes,
sure,
fun movie. Well, but like better than things like this that are just like, oh, this too many plot holes.
Well, let me tell you what I think Chris Pratt needs. I think Chris Pratt, not a rebrand. He doesn't need a rebrand. Chris Pratt needs variety. And what was great about where he came from is he cut his chops in comedy.
Yep.
And
the best friend.
Yeah, playing those roles where he's like the best friend role, whatever. And then it was like Zero Dark 30 and Moneyball that proved he could do more than that. And like, that's cool. He can do more than that. He's a fine dramatic actor. Mm-hmm. Like you said, he's got credibility in that he's trying really hard to feel authentic in the roles that
which is not nothing. This is what I want from actors. You know, I want actors being like, hey, like, I'm involved. I'd like some authenticity.
Yeah.
And sort of bringing that and leveraging that with, like, you know, because obviously, like, he's hired for his name and he doesn't just go, cool guys, just show me where to stand. Yep. He comes in and he's like, I'm putting my name on this. That matters to me. It matters to the people who support me. I'd like this to reach a certain standard of authenticity, and that's commendable.
Yes, agreed. But I think he needs more variety in that. I think he needs to do movies where he's not the lead. And like, that's totally fine. Not to say he needs to be like minimized by any means. And like, obviously, like, Tom Cruise isn't going to do a supporting role, except he did sometimes. Like Tropic Thunder wasn't that long ago.
Right. Well,
so like,
hate to break it to you, Dustin, it was.
Okay, it was. What was it? A quarter of a century ago?
2009?
Yeesh. Okay, whatever. But still, Lord have mercy.
We're so old.
Good Lord. But yeah, man, I still feel like that's what he needs. He needs to find a good supporting role, and he needs to find some good comedy to do. And obviously Hollywood's not making a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
But he also needs to find.
But a streamer would.
Yeah.
You're already in bed with Amazon. Pitch him some like
do something.
I don't know what he's got, but like I would assume he has some sort of first look deal with them.
Yeah.
It seems that way. If you're going to do that much work for a single studio, I mean, like, I don't know any of this, but I know that people do that. And I would assume that Tom Cruise has a similar deal with Paramount.
Yes.
So, you know? Yeah.
And I think even if he's not going to do it, he can find the scripts, right? Just find something funny and play with it. So he needs to do those two things. And maybe the most important thing is he needs to find somebody that he can play with. So you think about like why Tom Cruise really like has never lost his appeal is because he's constantly surrounding himself with people that can play on his level. And so you're like, you know, obviously the Mission Impossible movies became ensemble movies as they went along.
Sure.
Like Top Gun, he's got Miles Teller and, you know, like he's got folks around him that challenge him and can work to like draw him out. Chris Pratt needs that here. So like Mercy, it doesn't count. Like I think Rebecca Ferguson could be a cool equal to him. Yeah. But they didn't act together in this. Yeah. The Terminal List, it's Chris Pratt led. And I can't remember anybody else in those things.
I don't want to step on your point.
Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch, Constance Wu.
Yeah.
But like, I can't remember other than like one or two. Sean Gunn was in one of those things. But like that was like a bit part. But like in terms of like recurring. Now they've got an opportunity because as someone who's read that series, they have recurring characters that team up with him. Yeah. More and more. And so they have a really good opportunity to cast some good people in those roles. There's one character called Rafe Hastings. It's like a South African dude who's like a, you know, a teammate of his basically. Yeah. And he's in like several books and it's like, they better do a good job with that guy. And I really hope whoever they cast, I have no idea who he is. Yeah. Because I'd like to just sort of grow to like him. Sure. But yeah, like Tom Cruise brings people with him, brings them up and says, come play in my sandbox. And all I ask in return is that you fucking hang. And that you try and you commit and that's what Chris Pratt needs. He needs something that he can commit to, and he needs like fully commit. Yeah. And like he's good at that. He needs to do it, and he needs somebody who like could upstage him, but he lets them play anyway. He needs to do a buddy cop movie. He needs to do something. I'd like to see those come back, but like not the ones that Dwayne Johnson is making or whatever. Or like, I would, if in a world where comedy films were still being made at scale, I mean, it'd be perfect for him and I don't know, somebody else to. But think of like why Guardians worked so well. Like there's a lot of reasons, but Chris Pratt is playing with Dave Bautista and Zoe Saldana, and like he's in that world, and why that character worked so well with like the Avengers is because he's with Tony Stark, and like all of those characters inform each other, and it never felt like the Chris Pratt vanity show. It felt like he was allowed to be a part of a thing, and all of these things. So Mercy, Terminal List, even. Yeah, Tomorrow War, all to me feel like vanity projects for Chris Pratt. Nobody can upstage him. Nobody can challenge him. Nobody can play on his level. He needs to allow somebody to like have the ability, have the opportunity to upstage him. And in Parks and Recreation, which of course is like my favorite thing Chris Pratt's done, he is
the dopey comic relief, like in a show that's already really quirky and funny.
Yeah.
But he allows the people around him to have moments where they best him. And that's a really great place for any leading man to be, is to be like, I absolutely could get something bigger than this, but I'm committed to this. Yeah. I like this. And that's like what I find from like Tom Cruise. And so if you think of like, if Chris Pratt is ever to reach Tom Cruise's level, he's got to give himself over to the machine of the ensemble, and he's got to give himself over to his co-stars. And right now he's in full on vanity mode. It doesn't matter. The name on the poster is my name and only my name. It can't be that way. And that's what I want from him. And I would not be against him just joining up a random sitcom again. I think he's funny and he's fun and super charming and likable. I just need to see it again from him.
That's interesting. It's so hard to like, like we turn into Sports Center sometimes to sort of speculate on this stuff, but like, these are educated guesses, like just knowing how this industry works and what they tend to, the track you get put on when you make a name for yourself. Actors talk about it all the time. Like there is pressure to do certain things with your career. You're either riding the wave exactly as it happens to you, or most people don't full blown resist it. You sort of go, okay, I got like 5 tracks I could go on, and which one, do I just sort of overexpose myself for 10 years and make my money, and then while my rate is high, and then just kind of dwindle, or do I try to be smart while I've got some, the pick of the litter? It's every actor's story. And at a certain point, you sort of start deciding, okay, like, how do I stick around? Like, if I can't just keep cashing checks, or they'll stop coming. Yeah, it's going to get played out, and the audiences will stop. And even in this current climate of, movies and film audiences, and how much it's changed even in 10 years, so many choices, and you really have to kind of try to be in tune with how you're perceived to a healthy extent, but enough to decide like, okay, are people getting bored of my shtick? Because that matters, then you kind of, like you said, need to diversify and at least bring other people in and just see if what they want is just some balance or some kind of check to your presence on screen. Yep.
It feels to me like, in terms of action movies specifically, there's a sliding scale. On one end of the spectrum is what I would say is like the Tom Cruise side, where you're playing, you're committing, and you've got an ensemble around you that allows you to spread your wings, challenges you to be better. You challenge them to be better. You're picking cool things with, great choices with great filmmakers, whether that's, instead of The Tomorrow War, he did Live, Die, Repeat, which was that same sort of like Edge of Tomorrow, is that same kind of feel, but it worked way better for me. Yeah. And then on the other side of the scale, so Tom Cruise on one side, other side is Dwayne Johnson. Everything's vanity. I'm in charge of everything. No one can beat me. No one's on my level. And to me, Chris Pratt is on the Dwayne Johnson side, not on the Tom Cruise side. And the Tom Cruise side is where you want to be. Right smack dab in the middle is where, like, I would put the later career Bruce Willis, right? It's like, this stuff doesn't matter. It's stuff to make money while I can make money. Yeah. And that's what Steven Seagal did. It's what Jean-Claude Van Damme did. It's like that middle of the road. Dolph Lundgren. It's just middle of the road. And so speaking of Dolph Lundgren, Stallone is on the Tom Cruise side. He's saying, hey, you know what's really great? I'm going to make good choices, write my own material, and then surround myself in the Expendables with all my friends and all these people who will challenge me to be better and could upstage me at any moment. And he's giving himself over to the ensemble. And so you have those two sides.
Iron right sharpens iron.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, Pratt is on the Dwayne Johnson side, and he's, I think, desperately chasing the Tom Cruise side. And the only way to get there is a little bit of humility and a lot of like giving of yourself.
Now we'll know it's over for him if he comes out with a liquor brand.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, okay. He's just cashing in.
I thought you were going to say a Black Adam movie. Black Adam starring Chris Pratt. That's how it's over. A Black Pratt, yeah.
Black.
Black Raven.
Black Raven.
Black Raven.
Yeah, I'm Detective Black Raven.
I'm Detective.
Yeah. Somebody killed my bird wife.
My bird wife.
My favorite bird. My bird wife. At the end of the movie, they're just like, we found out it was accidental. What happened was she saw something outside and then she flew into the sliding glass door.
She just flew into the window. No, Gloria.
I cleaned it too good. Shit, no.
I failed you.
I should have married a bird. My parents told me I was making a mistake.
They told me, Christopher Raven, don't you marry a bird? I didn't listen. Thought we would make such beautiful eggs together.
Sometimes I'm sleeping. I still hear a caw next to me.
I wake up and I find a feather in the bed. How did it get there?
He runs outside in his underwear. Who did this?
Who did this?
Come out, you sick fuck.
Sir, that just came out of your feather pillow. Oh.
Is my wife in that pillow? Is that where her body is?
You killed her and stuffed my pillow with her.
Bring her home. I have to go to bed.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That may be the dumbest ending of a podcast we've ever done.
I want like a long sketch that's just Chris Pratt married to a
bird. Just sitting on the sofa watching Love is Blind. The bird on his shoulder is giving her little like sunflower seeds.
He's doing the Ace Ventura. He's throwing up and letting her eat out of his mouth.
The flashback to the wedding. It's like overexposed, super white.
Yeah.
Sunlight shots, putting the ring on her talons.
She was just killed by a peregrine falcon. They're having a picnic and all of a sudden just... She got hit by that baseball Randy Johnson threw.
Gloria and I used to love baseball, and then she lost her brother in that freak accident.
Dale! I'll sue him to fucking hell.
Just find something funny and play with it.
Barry.